Were you able to jump onto the Filecoin rally? It was sudden, I understand, as grayscale listings are making a name for amplifying prices, but well, perhaps it's still early. In this video, I want to show you how I use Elliott waves to understand whether it's still early or not, and to identify some critical, in my opinion, high activity levels as we go along. Buckle up, this is not investment advice. Before going into details, guys, I want to tell you that mostly, and it's important to keep an eye for that information, mostly a Filecoin is trading against Tether, right? This is the chart we're going to analyze today. Before we go into starting placing Elliott waves over here, I want to tell you that I'm going to turn down to the logarithmic chart to make sure that, just for a bit of ease of use over here. So the first thing we need to do is obviously, go and identify where the high is and ensure that, internally we're in a structure that is going to get ideally to that previous top. Obviously, this is 433 is probably a mistake from the broker, a spike, I would say. I think the highest, it was around 200 or something. But either way, we're looking at these being labeled as wave one, and then down wave two, we are in the intermediate degree. So in the medium term to long term, we are heading for wave three, and this wave three has to end higher than the previous all-time high. Otherwise, it's not really to be considered a wave three. It's most likely going to be considered a correction. Now, since we've identified those levels, now what we need to do is go and, obviously this is just an ABC, so go and label those waves down, that wave down here. And this is one lower degree, and obviously the colors here are coded. So this is an ABC correction over here, right? Now, if we go and look at the structure from that low upwards, we can easily identify this as a wave one, okay? And this as a wave two, so we'll go for 3, 4, and 5. But since we are gonna go, for a wave three that is higher than the previous high, then we need to ensure that we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here in the minor degree as well, okay? So in the internal structure, currently, as we speak, guys, we are, let's put them on the side. We are in wave one, in minor wave one, okay? And we are in minute wave three of that wave, which means internally, and from that low and up, we've got another structure over here. That looks to me like this is a 5. And then we've got the 3 and the 4, and we're expecting a 5. And I'm expecting this 5, of course, obviously to be on the minute degree, okay? And where we expect it to go, we're gonna have a look in a minute. But before we get there, this is the 5, before we get there, let's really see what's happening over here, okay? First of all, in here, from that low, which is the 1960, and up to the 52, we have a 5-wave impulse, okay? So we've got wave one over here. This is a flat for wave two. And then up, we've got 3, 4, and 5. You might ask, why not wave three over here, and then 4 or 5? Well, it's simple because, guys, these structures need to make sense with one another. So we cannot have a structure that is like a million bars long and then another one that is like a few bars long. So the structure fits this particular pattern much better than it does anything else. Also because we are in wave three over here, and impulsive waves usually are impulsive waves 3, okay? Or also in crypto, I've noticed that waves 5 are very impulsive at the same time. Now, that brings us to another impulsive wave over here that we're looking, that is the minute wave 3, okay? And internally, another wave 3 that is impulsive, okay? I hope that all makes sense so far. Now, what else we need to look at is the next structure right now, okay? The next structure is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 internally in wave 1. So that has to be a sub-minute, and we change the color to make sure that there is some sort of differentiation between. Now, you may come and say, well, this is like prices are really coming over here and rejecting the impulse move of wave one. However, this to me looks like a triangle, okay, guys? And when we get triangles, yeah, it means like we need to look at where wave E ends rather than if the price interacted or penetrated wave one, okay? In either case, whether you want to take it over here or over here, okay? You see this interaction, it still makes this move impulsive, and that's in wave one, which means obviously that wave three is going to be a bit more impulsive than that, no? So if we go and pull our Fibonacci extension tool over here, yeah, we're going to understand and have a little bit more of an insight about where prices are going and where prices already went. Okay, this is for wave one. So look at this. We go from that low, excuse me, up to this low and this correction down here. So wave three, guys, did the 161 Fibonacci extension. Okay, and now we have started correcting lower. And now we are in a position where prices can either continue higher or go lower for a fresh low and then continue higher. Now, what I want to do is go a little bit closer, reset the chart, and see what's going on over here. The first thing we need to do is go and draw a Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high. This is just for wave three, guys, okay? And to understand exactly where we are. Now, the Fibonacci retracement tells us that we have done the 50 Fibonacci retracement of wave three, right? And this looks like as an ABC to me. And on the upside, this looks like an ABC to me as well. So we've got 1, 2 now, 3 and 4, and perhaps we could get a 5. And why? Here's what I'm looking, guys. I'm looking at this level over here, okay? And that prices, like on the 22nd, were not able to cross the 8150. For that reason, and in my mind, this remains being impulsive on the downside in the short term, okay? Which means that perhaps prices might go a little bit lower before we start correcting, okay? So that would be an ABC, okay? ABC and ABC. Or we could have an ABC, A, B, and a C, and then another ABC. And this other ABC could, you know, I mean, depending what high we're going to do, if we go up to 96, perhaps we'll turn down as a flat. If we go a little bit lower down and we can do our new Fibonacci here, we did the 50. If we go up to, well, maximum the 92 and we start turning lower, then it could end up being a zigzag, okay? So that would be a double three, ABC, ABC, and ABC. Or there's also another scenario, guys, that this might turn out, you know, being a triangle, ABC, 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 and it will become something like this. In either way, pay attention to this. We are in wave 4 currently, yeah, and we'll have done wave 2. It's a case where wave 3, pink, ended up here, yeah, or we have another move over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and wave 3 is going to end a little bit higher around 103, okay? In either case, I am expecting another correction, okay? Another correction in order to ensure that this does not look corrective, because so far this move on the upside looks corrective, guys. And what we really want to see is a move on the upside that does not look corrective. So an impulse is something like this, a correction is something like this that comes and corrects lower before the previous low, okay? So we expect higher highs with higher lows being registered. Now, what I am looking over here, and that's why I like the 77 level, it's the increase in volumes, guys, okay? Now, that said, you know, we've also seen some sort of increase in volumes over here as well. It's not that these volumes are bad. So what is really going to happen as I see it, we're going to have a breakout either on the upside or the downside. If the upside move, you know, it's corrective, that it means this is going to be an A, B, and C, A, B, and C, and A, B, and C. We're going to get an X up here, and then we'll continue lower. If we get a downside move, which is also known as a ABC, we're going to go lower and probably hitting the 68 and perhaps even lower, you know, once that level breaks, and that's going to be around the 60 level, okay? Now, if we get there, then things will start getting a bit more complicated. But in either way, only a break of the 57 is going to really change the outlook for this particular for Filecoin. Okay, now as long as we remain above that level, we are bullish. With the next level up, bringing us to 120, and then I believe also that we're gonna get minor wave one around the 163. Okay, because this is the 40236 extension of waves 1 and 2 in the pink over here. Okay, which means this is the highest extension we can get from a lower degree point up to the higher degree point. Okay, so 163 is the level I will be looking for in the medium to long term, I would say. But guys, before a correction comes in, I wouldn't really be looking for prices to start moving lower. Even the break of 96 is probably going to get us to 103, and it could end up being an ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an expanded flat, running flat, or even just, well, if it breaks above that level, it will be any of the irregular flats. But if it doesn't and it just comes to that level, it could just turn out being a flat. I know this is probably a lot to take, and there are a lot of scenarios that are in play, but generally speaking, guys, in the short term, we're expecting a correction to come in, to come through. Once we get a good signal for the upside, then we're going to get wave 5. And that is also potentially going to end also wave 3. So that will be all for the day. Make sure you subscribe for more of these educational videos, and feel free to engage with a question in the comments section. Stay connected.